Namaste. I am Dr. Robert Henry Schwenk, aka Dr. Bob for You, coming to you from Norwalk, Ohio, and Studio for You. All information you might like to have is available at the end of this video. Comments and questions are welcome. If you're using YouTube to watch this video, please know that you can comment in the section below. The topic for today is the meaning of life, which is to be happy, and you are dealing with an unlimited generator. This history is more about a group of people as opposed to a single individual, but make no mistake, the principles in this group history apply to individuals as well. When groups find themselves at an impasse about money, they need to understand that they deal with the source of all there is. They're dealing with an unlimited force. Likewise, when a person believes that happiness cannot be found because there is a scarcity of it, that person needs to understand the true nature of the universe. That is, the universe is a limitless resource. So we were meeting in committee. Our organization was in a slight financial crisis. Every year about this same time, the Finance Committee met to examine the budget and our cash flow. Almost every year it was the same old story. We were slightly short of our budget needs, and committee members were wringing their hands. They spouted a tale of woe and how there was never enough money. We certainly couldn't ask our membership as a whole to contribute more. There was just not enough. They bought into the idea that there is not enough to go around, that we would never complete our budget because people just don't have any more to give. When one thinks scarcity, that is exactly what one finds. Too many people are taught that there is not enough to go around. So you better get yours while the getting is good. Think lack, and lack you shall have. But it was now my turn to speak to the situation. I said, we are dealing with an unlimited source. That source is given many, many names, but no matter what you call it, it is still boundless. But when anyone declares there is poverty, poverty is the result. When a group or an individual declares abundance, there is bounty. This is because we are dealing with an immeasurable source. The funny thing is, I had to relate this every year to this very same committee. From a year ago, they seemingly had forgotten my words. When I had finished delivering my abundance speech, they invariably gave me incredulous looks. They just did not believe it. What is more, when what I said proved out to be true in the process, they still forgot. It was as if sometimes they displayed group dementia in reverse. That is, their long-term memory was lacking, while their short-term memory was intact. So the committee reluctantly vowed they would try to raise the money, but they doubted that it could be done. However, it was accomplished year after year when they just gave the barest hint that my abundance theory might be correct. As the chief finance fundraiser for the organization, it was my responsibility to see that funds got raised. The Finance Committee gave their reluctant approval of my efforts to raise money from an unlimited source, which simply meant I could use the committee's name on correspondence asking for more money. That way, the committee members did not have to place themselves on the front line. If we raised the necessary money, they could claim credit. If we did not, they could say they were just going along with me out of good manners. I said this applies to individuals as well as organizations. When a person believes and therefore lives like there is not enough to go around, what happens? They see lack everywhere and in everything. As a matter of fact, by their attitude, they repel abundance. Abundance, as it were, cannot harmonize with those feelings of restricted flow. It is as if the harmonization that is intended by the source bounces off the adverse vibrations of scarcity. As that happens, this kind of happens when two waves are headed toward each other in a swimming pool. Two waves crash into each other and rapidly disperse, whereas two waves going in the same direction meet to travel together, and the waves bring themselves into accord, so to speak. The committee was always cheerily surprised to have met the budget and then some. When I depended upon the illimitable resource that is the universe, there was always enough money. I convinced enough people in the organization that there was abundance. They found it in their hearts to respond as if there were more than enough. You, as an individual, will be cheerily surprised as well when you depend upon the originator of the universe. In that source you will find everything you need. That source is boundless. This has been Dr. Bob for you. Comments and questions are always welcome. May you and all sentient beings know happiness and the root of happiness. Namaste.